Hello, 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 everyone. My name is C, and I am the owner of CLM Custom Designs on Etsy, as well as on YouTube. And my channel is all things crafting. But if you know me, then you know a couple months back, I've added another segment to my channel. It's called From the Ground Up, because that is how we build entrepreneurs and small businesses. And so tonight, I have a new entrepreneur. And let me just say this, if you have not already hit the subscribe button on my channel, please do, because I have a lot of great interviews coming up, as well as my regular content that I put out there. So like, comment, and subscribe. But tonight I have someone I want you to meet. Her name is Crystal Miller, and I am so excited to have her here. So I'm going to let her introduce herself and tell you a little bit about her business.
Thank you. It's nice to be here. So my name is Crystal Miller. I'm the owner of CVM LLC. CVM LLC is a business that houses other businesses. It started out as just me, basically branding myself as a business. It started out 10 years ago. I started working from home, and the company that I was contracting with, you had to be a business or have a business in order to contract with them. So I just selected my initial CVM and kind of went from there. Obviously, I didn't stay with that company, but I kept my business active for all of these years. And each year I kept it active. I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to do with my business. I knew that I didn't want to just stay in, the regular 9 to 5 forever. I wanted to be able to run my day, control my day, and create multiple streams of income. So over the past few years, I've been working on doing that, where now CVM has turned into something a little bit bigger than just me branding myself. Now, rather than CVM standing for Crystal Von Miller, CVM stands for Change, Vision, and Manifest, which basically is the company that owns publishing rights to a book I wrote called Candace is Safe, a book that is directed to foster kids that are in foster care, because I was a foster parent for 8 years.
Okay.
CVM is also the owner of CVM Designs. I am an interior decorator. Me and my best friend, we work together doing that. I just finished a huge staging we were working on with a large builder here in Georgia. Just did a staging at 2 homes for him. So we do staging and interior design. CVM LLC also is the owner of C&D Notary. So I created another stream of income to be able to notarize anything and everything, and also be a signing agent where I can go to closings and sign real estate, certify and sign real estate contracts for closings.
Okay, well, you didn't said a mouthful, girl. I'm tired just listening to you, okay? Because I think in that recap, you didn't listed three businesses. Okay, so you have the notary business, you have interior design, and you are an author. Did I get that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my goodness. So I thought something you said was interesting though. You said this baby was born 10 years ago.
Yes.
Okay. And it took you 10 years to kind of really niche down and hone down to these now three businesses that you have underneath this umbrella, correct?
Yes.
So, what that tells us is that success in business doesn't happen overnight. Sometimes it's a most often, not sometimes, it is a gradual process to kind of get to where you need to be. You might have that initial idea, but
Mhm.
again, it takes time. And it's interesting. I heard a quote I think it was the other day or yesterday. I was listening to it on some social media thing, but he said, slowly is the fastest way to get to success."
Yes.
So it's like you have to methodically plan things out, make sure you're moving properly, doing things the right way. Because sometimes when you jump into things fast, it's not always the best thing. You miss some steps and things like that. So the fact that you had a 10-year journey now, within them 10 years, did you ever think you would be here? Was there some discouragement? Like, where, I mean, 10 years is a long time. So I would imagine you had some times like, okay, Is this ever going to come to birth? Like, and were you employed at another place? I know you said you didn't stick with the initial company that caused you to start this, but were you employed someplace else at the same time that you were still trying to stay on this track?
Yes, absolutely. I've always had a regular 9 to 5 job, and throughout the years, the 10 years, I was trying to figure out what it was I wanted to do. And like I said, I did foster for 8 years along with working my full time job. I've always had a passion and love for children. So when I was fostering, I actually started the book Candace is Safe at that time,
Okay.
based off of different experiences with foster kids that I had in my home. And it started out kind of like as a little book that, stick figure drawings that I made. And then I actually took it a step further and said, if I really want to get this book out there, I need to do it right and, get it published the correct way and, get a professional artist. And that's what I did. And then I knew I had a love for decorating. I got that from my mother. I enjoy decorating. I enjoy rearranging furniture and just creating spaces. So that was something that I wanted to do because I realized that in order for the success to come, you have to do something that you enjoy rather than just trying to chase money. You need to go the opposite direction and do something that you like and that have passion for. So that's what I did. And over the years, I learned that you don't have to own your business. A business can own a business. So you have to learn how to move in the correct way. And I'm actually in the process of putting all my businesses in a trust, a business trust. So that way it's not, all on me or under my name. So, whatever happens with the business, it goes to the trust.
Okay, okay. So that's a little nugget because we often hear, and you can tell me if I'm on the wrong track with this, but this is what I'm thinking you're saying, right? Is that we all know as small business owners, if we were to get sued or anything, that they are coming after us because we are the business. So what you're saying is, hey, you don't have to be the business, kind of protect yourself and do it this way so that if there is something that were to happen, you have this trust or this other entity that can kind of take that blow for you. Not that we are anticipating any of that, but we know the world that we live in and things happen. So that kind of shields you a little bit. Am I on the right track with saying that?
Absolutely. It's a protection. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's a little nugget, you guys. Do some research on that. I'm gonna have to do a little bit more on that myself too, because y'all can't be coming and taking my house and all that kind of stuff. I need to get myself a little bit protected then. Okay. Okay. So that's kind of nice. So the nice thing about creating an umbrella, right, is because you can have many things up under there. You can be multi-talented, multi-passionate about a lot of things. You don't have to stick to one particular thing. You can kind of add whatever stream you can under that umbrella. So that's pretty smart too. That also gives you an opportunity to be able to try some things out, to see if you like it while you have something that's steady, like you have your book that's steady, and then you can try some other avenues out kind of to see how they go. So I kind of like that. That's kind of nice. So let's get into this book a little bit. So you say you were doing daycare, I mean, not daycare, but you were doing foster care for a while. And you must have seen a need, right? A need for this book. So we don't want to give it away because we want everybody to go buy the book and go check the book out. By the way, where can they get the book?
So the book is available at Nubian Bookstore in Ellenwood, Georgia, and also
There you go.
on CandaceIsSafe.com. Oops, sorry, covering my face. CandaceIsSafe.com, they can get the book. So the website is right there.
Have
You
it
can
down
go
about
directly to the website and order the book. Yes, I did see a need for it because with foster kids, a lot of times they feel different or they feel like outcasts. They go to school, everyone, has their mom and dad there. And whatever they call you, it's like, it's not the same, it's different. So I realized that they need something that they can identify with, something they can relate to. And that's how I created this character, Candace. Candace goes into foster care. She has all of these different emotions, but she doesn't know how to articulate them. Like most children, they can't express their emotions in a productive or positive way. So Candace, goes through all of these different emotions, and at the end of the day, she's scared. She just wants to feel safe, and she wants her mom. So
Gotcha.
throughout time, and with patience and love and kindness, she begins to feel safe in her foster home.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
it's there to help children in foster care to feel safe, regardless, if they don't see their mom and dad every day, or if they don't get to talk to them. They're in a safe space. They get to eat every day. They have someone looking after them, and just helping them understand what that means and how important that is.
Now, what I like about that is a twofold thing. So sometimes businesses, you may not have ever imagined yourself being an author. You may not have ever thought that that's where you were going to be, but you saw a need. And so sometimes that's how businesses are evolved. It's not, I fell asleep and had this dream about, wow, this is what I want to do. It's like there are needs out there, and those are successful businesses when you can fill a need, when you
Mhm,
see what someone has and then you feel that need. But the
mhm,
thing I like about that book too is that it also seems as though foster parents could read that book to kind of give them a little bit of insight on the emotions that these children are having, especially if it's your first time, maybe, fostering children.
mhm.
And maybe you just think it's a behavior thing, but really it's just a way of them trying to express their emotions. So I think that, now, not that I've read it, but I'm going to get my copy, and I'm expecting you to sign it and all of
Okay.
that for me once I get my copy. But it just sounds like that it would be something that the foster parent could use as a learning tool, and then also the child could use. So I love that. I think it's filling a dual purpose.
Yes.
So that is awesome. Do you have any other? Is this going to be a series? You got anything else in the works when it comes to these books? What's going on here?
Yes, possibly a series, Candace is Safe series, going through different journeys of foster care, going to the doctor, something a lot of foster kids, sometimes they're not used to going to the doctor. So that's an experience within itself. Going to school, a lot of times foster kids don't get to go to school, they're, for whatever reason, not able to go to school. Um, Being in a home, with furniture and food every day, that's something for a lot of foster kids that is new, that is different. Stuff that we take for granted can be huge issues for kids in care. And a lot of people don't understand it until they live it and see it. So to put it, on a level for children to understand, like, hey, this little girl's like me. She went through this and she made it. She's okay. She's surviving. It's to help them, calm down. And like we said, also with foster parents, to help foster parents understand that children aren't just acting out, it's trauma there.
Right, right.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I work for the school system, and I think it would be a great asset to every, definitely elementary school library. So, if you haven't already explored that, I would also kind of look into that, because I think if that's something that is definitely a need, or even in the counselor's office that she can share, not, even with other students who
Mhm.
may know of this, so they can respond appropriately to students. So, I absolutely love that.
Yeah.
Absolutely love that. So, we've talked about the book. We know there's going to be more things coming. Go get your copy from CandaceIsSafe.com. But now let's get into the design business, right? So you're staging homes for new builds. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay, okay. That's awesome. That is awesome. So that's fun in of itself. Who doesn't like decorating, spending other people's money to buy things and
Right.
put things up and all of that? I think that is absolutely awesome. And you said you just finished a really big project. You're based out of the Atlanta area, so let me say that. So anyone who's in Atlanta who needs your services, certainly reach out to you. Again, we still have your design website down there as well. To do that. But that has you said you've always liked decorating and always loved doing those type of things. So it just kind of lent itself in that direction, huh?
Yes, I've always been interested in that. I get it from my mother. She used to decorate a lot. So it's something that I, always done in my homes, just, rearranging furniture, moving furniture around, or decorating, for my best friend, or, with the kids, like
Right.
rearranging stuff. So it's always been something that I've been interested in. And then finally, I decided that this could be a business. And like I said earlier, you need to do things you enjoy. So I used to watch a lot of shows on HGTV, with staging and buying and flipping, and where they gut the houses out, and I could watch that all day long.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, so it's just
Gotcha.
something that I like.
So that's nice too, and it's not a big project like flipping a whole house. It's just like once you flip it, then I can go ahead and I can stage it and get it ready to sell. So that's kind of nice as well. So now with your notary, are you a mobile notary? People come to you. What type of space does that look like?
Yes, and the notary website is cndnotaryservices.com. Yes, I'm a mobile notary, so we do courier services also. Um, Come anywhere in the metro Atlanta area to notarize things, especially some people are still hesitant to go out because of COVID, for whatever reasons, or some people might be in a hospital and need a notary. Some people might be, in prison and need a notary. So
You think about
that's,
that.
yeah. So mobile notary is something that is definitely needed. And also I can do the loan signing agent, like I said earlier, any type of real estate deal, whether it's a refinance, a construction loan, they need a notary there to sign off and certify everything. So I can do that also.
Okay. Now, with all of this going on, are you still working a regular 9 to 5, girl?
Just part time.
Oh my goodness. So you're still doing that. You got a family that you're working with. You got, other obligations that you do. Tell me how do you get all of this done? Is
All of these things are not done at the same time. So basically, one thing that I'm big on is multiple streams of income. So you can focus on one thing. If that slows down, you have something else you can focus on.
okay.
Because a lot of people put all of their cookies in, one basket, and then when things fall through, they don't have anything else to look to. So it's good to have all of these things in place. However, I wouldn't advise anyone to try to do all of these things at one time. I did a book signing a few months ago. I have another book signing coming up December the 3rd. So that'd be my second book signing in, like over a time period.
Okay.
The staging, that's something that's ongoing. Those are big projects. But like I said, if one thing slows down, then you have another thing to fall back on.
Right.
So just kind of go with the flow, and just keep everything active and going. And then you can move over here, work on this if you need to, or if you need to go over here and work on this. So that way you're not overwhelming yourself, but you do have the options and opportunity to move around and have the multiple streams of income.
So to that end, I would assume that organization is really big in your life.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
it's very big. I got the company certified on the federal, county, and state level to be able to do government contracting. So we are available for federal contracts, state contracts, and county contracts. So it's a lot of organization, but with Jehovah's Holy Spirit and good friends. My best friend, she's like my business partner. We pretty much get everything done.
Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. So let's talk about. I'm sure that you didn't start all these businesses at one time. They probably came, as things progress and different things like that. So if you had like three major tips that you wanted to give to someone looking to start a business or multiple businesses, what would be, because I'm sure you tried some things that didn't work and whatever. So what would be your top three things that you say this is what you absolutely should do?
Organization. And start with one thing that you really, really like. If you really, really like it or love it, something that you like talking about all the time, or like to look at, or like to do, that's your business. That's where you're going to find your success, and put your focus in that, and the success will come. You don't have to have a lot of money to start a business. You don't even have to have money to do contracts. A lot of people think like contracting with the government or the state, you need all of this money because you'll find people on platforms, like YouTube and stuff that are charging money to teach you this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, it's free. It's all free. I didn't have to pay a dime to get the business certified. I did it all through, the federal websites. And so organization is key, focus, and just, having a business plan, having a goal. Those are the main things. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so guys, you got that. Make sure you write out your business plan first, because that's going to give you the direction in which you need to go. Then research. You can do this yourself. You don't have to pay any money to do that because, of course, starting out, you're not making any money. So you don't want to start off paying a whole bunch of money, right? And then just make sure that you are organized. So those are 3 great tips. Now, I'm sure there's some things that you did that you would say, absolutely don't do that. I've tried it. I thought this was the way to go. But no, Serena said those were some great tips. So what were some things, maybe 1 or 2 things that you did that you would say, absolutely don't do this?
That's a good question. Probably just kind of being all over the place, not being organized. Because if you don't have things structured or, laid out or planned out, you're not going to get anywhere.
Okay.
So that's the main thing is, like you said, I have the umbrella, is organizing things and also not trying to do all of these things at one time. That's key. If you're trying to do, 50 things at one time, you're not going to have any success.
So even though it's okay to have the umbrella, it's kind of piecing it together. It's like a puzzle. Get the first piece, make sure that's up and running. Everything that you need with that is good, and then in time, you can add that second piece. And I love what you said about doing something that you love, because again, we know when you first start businesses, there's no money. You work at a loss for a couple of years, maybe even. So you can't go into it for the financial gain initially, because that's not going to come, and you're going to be very disappointed. So doing something that you love helps you out, because you love it anyway. It's something that you would probably do for free anyway, and then eventually it will come. But I love the fact that you said even now you're still working part-time. We're 10 years down the road and you still need something else. So again, don't get discouraged if things aren't happening for you the way you want it, because businesses are for the long haul, clearly. If you after 6 months are frustrated and want to quit, then entrepreneurship is not for you.
Right.
Because it is not something that is going to come right away. It's just that stick-to-itiveness. You got to keep at it, and then one day you'll crack the nut and it'll open up. Serena says, yes, it helps me to write things down so that I know what I need to do, even if I can't get to it at that moment. Yeah. So I'm sure, like most small business people, you probably keep a notepad or something nearby so you can jot something down when you get an idea, or just to remember, something, or electronic with your phone, because thoughts are constantly racing, things are going on, and just another way to keep organized. And that's something I need, because I'm all over the place when it comes to my business, in terms of, oh, I want to do this, I want to make that, I want to, and I have been really seriously thinking about focusing on like maybe one garment and just, kind of making that be the featured item and whatever. So I definitely understand with being all over the place. That's called easily distracted, and right, you can't be successful that way. So I definitely can understand and appreciate that. Now, I understand that you made it into a magazine here.
Yes, I did.
So let's talk a little bit about that. It was an awesome article. I definitely enjoyed reading it. Talk a little bit about that.
Actually, someone recommended me for the magazine. So they reached out to me. I was recommended and asked me to do the interview. And that's kind of how that came about. So, it was real simple, kind of just answered some questions. And that's the first magazine that I've been in. So
congratulations.
Thank you.
That's absolutely awesome. I interviewed someone else. Her name, I don't even know. I want to call her by her nickname, and that ain't it. So Serena, help me out, because I don't know why Her name is escaping me at the moment, and all I can think of is her nickname. And I don't, Marie, yes. I interviewed Marie, who was a seamstress, and she just recently got called to be in the magazine. So I think that is awesome. So she's going to be featured soon. Is your article still out there that people can read it? Because I think it's on. So tell them where they can read the article.
So, you caught me off guard with that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So the article, one moment, let me pull that up.
Well, let me see. I might have it.
And
here.
I can give you the link for it.
Shout out Atlanta.
Yes.
Okay. So
Do
I don't know if you guys can see that.
You have that. Okay.
Shout out Atlanta, and it's shout out Atlanta.com. Meet Crystal Miller, author, entrepreneur, and interior decorator. And it was the October 19th, 2022 edition. And it was an absolute wonderful read. I loved it because I think even though the article was about you, I love the fact that you kind of made it about your ride or die, your right-hand person. And I love that because I think we all probably have somebody in our life who is constantly pushing us in the back when we get tired, frustrated, don't want to do it, or whatever the case. It's that person saying, you can do it, you can do it. And they're always in the shadows. They never want to be out in the limelight or, anything else. So I love the fact that you gave her flowers. Now I just thought that was awesome, that even though that was your time to shine, you didn't take that opportunity to act like you were an island and you did all of this by yourself. But so I absolutely love that. And as a matter of fact, she also was the person who kind of linked us up, right?
Yeah.
So she is definitely out there advocating for you strong. I love it. She also kind of posted this interview all over her social media. So I absolutely love that. And I think that speaks volumes because you need to put yourself around people like that.
Yeah.
People who, when they look at you, their eyes light up.
Yeah.
Those are the people who because I'm sure you can speak to this, but there's a lot of negativity out there when it comes to starting your own business.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Did you find that you got any of that? Since you have so many businesses in different areas, so did you find any negativity?
Oh, definitely. Unfortunately, sometimes your negativity can come from the people that you least expect, like your family, the people that brought you into the world, or, siblings. So I have experienced that firsthand. And that's why I do acknowledge my best friend, because she is my family. Her family is my family. So I had a lot of negative feedback, negative energy from my family. They, didn't want to support me, or, they just talk negative about it. Like, oh, she can't do that, or she can't do this, or, I'm not taking a picture with that book, just all kind of negative energy. So, I, put that behind me and, just focus on, surrounding myself with positive people, positive energy. And that's why we're sitting here today, because I'm focusing on looking ahead and not behind me.
Absolutely. And that is so real because everybody I've spoken to has had that experience, because you will get that. Maybe from people who wish they had businesses and never got an opportunity to start it. So it could be coming from a jealous place, wherever it comes from, you will get it. You will get it from within your family. You will get it from without. And like you said, from places that you don't expect it to come. But you can't let that kill. Yeah, you can't let that kill your dream, because that's going to happen. And I don't know that everybody who does that even understands how crushing that is, right? I don't know that they really realize that, especially family, because, we just tell our family whatever we want to tell them, and that's how we roll, right?
Right. Yeah.
But that could really be hurtful to someone who's trying to start a business. So I will say this to everybody out there. If there's someone that comes to you with something, I don't care if they can't really do it. If you might know for a 100% fact that they can't do it, allow them to try. There's no harm in trying. There's no harm in failing. It's okay. It's all a learning experience. But you don't want to crush people's spirits. You don't want that. So just allow them to have that. If it's something you don't want to be a part of, that's fine. But please, let's stop being negative when it comes to people wanting to start these small businesses. And I mean, if the pandemic has not taught us anything else, it taught us that this is what people want, because when they're not going out of the house or anything else, they want to shop online, or they want to be able to pick up the phone, and you know what I mean? So this is where a lot of the businesses were born out of the pandemic. So let's stop crushing people's dreams and let's support people. You know what I mean? Let's do what we can, because that is like super important. And support doesn't necessarily mean hiring me. It doesn't mean buying my product. It just might mean, like your friend did, telling you, hey, talk to my friend, get her on your show, or whatever the case may be. So support can come in a lot of ways. Doesn't have to be monetarily. It may just come from being quiet.
Yeah.
Don't say anything. If you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything. But let people have their dreams. So I think that is awesome that you've been able to do that. So we're here now 10 years, and you got these 3 businesses. So tell me where you see your business going, maybe in another 5 or 10 years. Where you see yourself at?
Well, I don't want to give too much away.
Okay.
I see myself being in the background.
No?
Small business means that you are in the forefront of the business, running the business. Large corporations, you have other people running the business. Now, Candace might become a commercial name. You never know where Candace could go. She might be all over the place, the next Doc McStuffin, or, whatever. So,
Yeah.
and if that's what it's meant, I'm not going to be doing that. And that's not, like a small family thing. That's something that obviously would turn into, a corporation. Same thing with CVM Designs. Eventually, CVM Designs is going to get to the point where we're going to be telling other people, okay, this is what you need to do. And just, kind of managing and directing.
Okay.
So that's where that's going to go. And it's the notary service. One day it's going to get to the point where it's just going to be managed, and I'm going to be in the background.
Okay. I love it. So, it might go from an active business to a consulting business. I mean, we've already seen it change from your initials into something bigger, right? And I love that. Tell me how that actually came about, that you started this. Okay, this is going to be my initials. At what point did you decide, okay, this can stand for something bigger and better than that? Tell me how that came about.
Because I don't want to be selfish and make it all about me. It started out, like I said, branding myself. But as CVM has grown and bringing other people in and working with other people, I know there are a lot of people that work under, Liz Claiborne, or, they work under these people's names. But with you're trying to show love to others, you don't make things all about yourself. So I didn't want people that are working with me or working with the company, or for CVM to feel like it's all about me. It's not all about me. I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you if I did all of this on my own. I would be a hot mess. So it's no reason for me to pretend like I did this all on my own. I didn't do this all on my own, and we're still growing. So it kind of went from just being me by myself to transitioning this into kind of like a family business. Like I said, my spiritual family and my best friend, that's my family. And we have family business. So I was like, it just doesn't feel right, talking about CVM and, those are my initials. So that made me want to step it up and kind of incorporate everyone else into CVM. We all need to change. We all need to have a vision, and we all need to manifest that vision in order for the change to come. So that's how change, vision, and manifestation came about. That's where we're at today.
I absolutely love that. Love it. I mean, part of business is giving back anyway. I mean, that's just what it is. And you decided to do that right within your company. And I think that is so awesome, because we all work for people, right? And we don't get to see that. We don't see anybody, they definitely ain't going to change the name to incorporate you. But I mean, you just don't see people saying thank you. for what, we all know what roles we play in making things run, right? But no one ever gives you that thank you. So I love the fact that you even had the presence of mind to say, hey, I might have started this by myself, but I didn't end this by myself, or get here by myself. And so,
Yeah.
just to acknowledge again, like we said before, giving the flowers, right? I want you guys to know how much I appreciate you. What better way can I do that? Putting us kind of on an equal playing field, right? And
Yes.
I absolutely love that. Look, as I sit with my business and my own initiatives, but right now I'm a one-man show, but that is something to definitely I think about, should I grow beyond that. But I absolutely love the fact that you had the presence of mind. So that tells me that no matter where your business goes, however it grows, you're going to always be having other people's thought processes, other people's feelings and things in mind when you do that. And to me, there's just no, you're already successful, whether or not you make a dime, right?
Yeah.
Because you've made somebody else feel valuable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's huge to me. You know what I mean? And we don't get a lot of that in the world today. And it's free. It doesn't cost anything.
Right.
I think that that's awesome. And so if you guys are in her area, I'm gonna say this again. What did you call it? The metropolitan Atlanta area? What did you say? What? Y'all need to check her out, because when people are moving like that, you can trust them. And that's what business is. It's like, know, and trust, right? She is showing you who she is. She's being very transparent. So you can expect that in your business dealings with her as well. And so I love it. I love it. I love it. I wish I was in the Atlanta area, because then I would be, checking you out. But I do intend to get the book.
Okay.
Definitely get the book. Get the book. We are going to look forward to what is coming, because it sounds like you got some big things on the horizons. So that means you got to keep watching her, because she's not giving it away. Just, giving you a little sprinkles, but you got to keep checking her out to see where she goes. And when it comes to business, you got to surround yourself with great people. And I think that this is a perfect example. And so I'm going to give you an opportunity to shout out your girlfriend again. I think she's awesome, because she is the connecting piece between you and I don't want to get her name wrong. So I hope she's watching.
Yes, she is.
Is she watching? Okay, I haven't seen her in the chat, but I'm sure she's watching somewhere. There's no doubt about that. Um, Olivia says, "Yep, that's right. That LKT. Not sure what LKT is, Olivia. So if you want to let me know what that is, because I don't. Oh, yes, I do. Like, know, and trust. I do know that, because Olivia taught me that in one of my classes. Yes, like, know, and trust. You are correct. I got it. Oh, there's Miss Dina. Hey, Dina. Okay. Well, hello. Yes, we are shouting you out, because you are the reason why me and Crystal have connected.
Yeah.
So I appreciate what you have done, because I have enjoyed my time with her. She's an awesome person that I plan on keeping in touch with, and I'm going to get my little nuggets from, my little tidbits, and I'm going to be checking her out. So, Crystal, any final words, anything that you want to say before we get off? Anybody in the chat, if you have any questions for Crystal before we get off, drop them in there. But Crystal, I'm going to let you say anything else you'd like to say.
I enjoyed this. Thank you for the opportunity. It was nice to be able to kind of just, explain what CVM is, where CVM came from. And yes, Dana, you get your shout out. Without you, I wouldn't be sitting here. You are the one that introduced me to her. So, I love you, and you should be sitting here beside me. Because nobody gets where they are by themselves. So no one should try to act like, they are on an island and they do everything alone. You can't do everything alone. If you do, you're not going to get far. So everyone needs, that person to have their back, to have them and help them and just, be that support. So that's what she is to me. Everyone check out the Instagram is at Candace is Safe. Go to the website and get the book. Yes, there are other ones coming. So There's a book signing December the 3rd. You can find more information about that coming on Instagram soon. So if you are in the Atlanta metro area, that'll be at the West End Mall. And also, if you need any interior design or decorating services, or if you are selling your home, or if you are a real estate agent, or if you're anywhere in the real estate arena and you are a builder or anyone and you need a house stage for a sale to get the house sold quicker, reach out to us. We can get it done for you in like 2 weeks. Get the house stage. So
Fast and efficient. I love it. I love it. I love it.
yeah, so we're here, we're available, we're honest, hardworking people, and we just love to do a service where we can serve others and, just leave people in a better place.
Love it. I could not have said it any better myself. So check out Crystal on all her platforms. Definitely get a book so that you can read it. And like I said, you may not have anybody in foster care, but you know what? If you have a niece, a nephew, a cousin, whoever may come into contact with somebody in foster care, they need to know how to be respectful. Get the book. The book is awesome. Get the book. And like I said, Crystal, I really appreciate you coming on. Dana, I appreciate you introducing us. Anybody who you guys know who would love to be interviewed, as I do this twice a month. We drop nuggets all the time. So yeah, it is awesome, Olivia. I agree. So like, comment, and subscribe on my YouTube channel. If you are not here live with me and Crystal, you can catch us on the replay. It will be up with all the comments in about 24 hours for you guys to see. So again, Crystal, I appreciate your time. Thanks everybody in the chat. I hope you enjoyed it. Please drop in the comments what your favorite thing was that Crystal said. And until I see you guys again in 2 more weeks, I will also say that I will be going on vacation in December. So there might be a gap in there, but look for that to come. Also, I will be opening my Shopify store really, really soon, Olivia. I know I keep saying that, but it is really true. I have committed to having it open by Sunday night. That is my drop dead. My accountability partner has said that Sunday is going to be the day, or else I'm going to get yelled at.
Oh.
So I'm planning on opening that. So all great things coming on my channel. Thank you again, Crystal. I'm going to let everybody go. Crystal, I'm going to end the broadcast, but hold on one second.
Okay.
Bye, guys, until I see you.
Bye.